Ready? 3 brains. We're going to put this together. You guys are together. I want to see everything here tied together. Put this right here. 3 brains together.
Oh, these come here.
Yes. So while these 3 gentlemen are working to put the computer back together, because we're trying to see how well you can comprehend and put those computer back together.
Anybody listen to 25?
And the rest of you, I'm going to be asking a question, and you're going to be answering the question. While these 3 gentlemen trying to figure out how to put the parts of the computer back together.
Guys, we trust me.
Before this year end, we should be able to dismantle the whole computer and put it back together. And that's what the program is about. I want to teach you guys how to build computers, to know how to connect those wire backs together, so that the computer can function back the way it's supposed to. And I will also be teaching you guys how to do some networking. In other words, I'm hearing noise. I'm hearing noise. Please turn it off. I'm hearing noise. Please turn it off. I'm hearing noise.
Can you turn it down, please? Thank you.
Thank you. So before this year end, up to June, you should know how to put a network back online. In other words, whenever the network goes off, you should be able to put it back together. You know, if it sounds very hard, but I don't think it's that hard. You know, so that by the time you get into that 8th grade, before you leave from this school, you should know exactly how computer works, or how technology is working, and how it advances on a daily basis. So those are important things that you have to know before you leave ISO 17. Guys, be very careful. If you don't know, if you don't have no idea, let me know. I will come and show you how to do it. Alright? By the way, let me just come and show you one second.
This part fell off.
Fuck that up.
I'm 8.
The blue thing?
What about I?
How you did it? Wait till. So guys, I want to teach you guys how to put this back together. Alright, so okay, you guys stand by. You got scientists, watch me. Come this way, amen. And stand and watch me. How to put this. So guys, you gotta be watching us here. Oh, you know what? Everybody come here.
You know what? Everybody should. Yes, I know.
Yeah, so you can know exactly what to do.
I know it's
Put this, with this, you gotta find this.
Yes. So guys, we're going to put this back together. You gotta watch. Come next week. You're gonna do what I did today. All right. So we have to learn how to identify wires and how to put it back to where we got it from. Now, how do we do this? How do we do it from?
So,
You know what I'm saying?
You can't open it by yourself.
first we gotta identify first.
Yeah, I will show you guys and then come out and do it first. You know what I'm saying? You stand right here, Nelson. Let's stay right here. When you don't pay attention, guys, when you miss this, then well, you're gonna get 0. Alright? So the first thing you want to do, there is called a power supply.
That's the van, right?
Because that's where the power goes. You plug it in here and on the wall and then bring power to the whole system, right? So there is called a power supply right here. Alright? Very interesting. Alright. Now this right here is where you play your DVD, CD, and all the stuff back together, the first thing you want to do is we always put this back on the base. Very
That's the
important.
main thing.
Yes.
If you don't have that, you can't do nothing.
Just said it. So the ram in here, I will take it out. Once I will ask you to take it out for us. Guys, pay attention.
Take the
Come here, come close. You want to see? With all eyes. So take the ram out. This is what you do. You're going to pull those two. Yes. You hear the sound? Yes. And then take it out.
If you don't hear the sound,
Alright? So the first. I'm witness.
scared.
Come closer. Alright? So this is called a ram, guys. So what is the definition of ram? Tell me. Yes?
Random access memory.
Yes.
Random access memory.
Yes. You got it? So it's called random access memory. Okay? That's the first thing we're going to put back into the computer. There is only use for temporary. When you save something, you save something on your name, it's saved on here first. Take for the meantime. And then after some time, it goes on to the big drive forever. Until you want to delete it for good. So we're going to put this back in. So this is how we put it in. Make sure the face is facing this way. And there is a line under, it has to be even with the RAM slot within to the computer, or on the base. The entire base is called a motherboard. So we put this in here. I will ask you to do that for us. So you're going to line it up in the first slot. And you're going to make sure it clicks.
So like talk about the one.
David.
Like
That'd be like me.
Exactly.
Yeah, David.
That's right. You push on the middle. You always push on the side. See it click? Yeah, it click. So this is the other one again. Yeah, you try. You're going to put it back in. Line it up. Make sure it's in there. It's even. Gonna click one side first and then click the other side first. Yeah, last. That's how you put it. Alright? So this one, you guys will be doing it on Monday or Tuesday or sometime next week. The next thing is this. Drive. It is very important, guys. Very expensive. A lot of money. Because it is where the information holds into the system. To put it into the system, there's 4 screws, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Alright? You want to make sure you put your wire first. There is 2 wires right here. The big one goes to the big one, and the small one goes to the small one. Alright? So make sure it's facing this way. The big one goes to the big one, the small one to the small one. So you do it. Yeah. Put the big one first, the big one. Yeah. Big one with the big one. Yes. And small one with the small one. See how you click? Now to put it in, you gotta look at the 4 holes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and line it up.
And if it
Not 1 hole, but it's 4 holes. You gotta put an S. Alright? And go all the way down, and then you push. What's funny? Let me know. 4 holes is 4 holes. Is that funny?
You don't got later.
Come on, please. Get it straight.
you go buy one.
Alright?
You go buy one.
So now it's there.
Yo,
There is a fan and power supply. How do you put it? You want to line it up like this. Okay, check, try for us. You're going to make sure there's 2 holes.
yo, stop. Stop again.
You have to line up with the hose. And the screw has to go into the hose.
That's my cake.
Go all the way down. And you're going to put it back. And put it in. Now there's 2 wires right here. Somebody going to help you put it in or something?
Oh,
don't want to know. Leave it. No, not you. So this one right here gonna go in here.
Or,
Yo, stop.
So then make sure it go. There you go. Quick.
Guys,
Now
stop.
this one right here. Gonna go in.
That's just scary.
Check it out.
hey, yo.
He said that.
There you go.
Wait, hold on.
Right? Next,
I don't feel like it.
you're going to put this one right here into this. Now
You
you
know his voice?
Yo,
come put those two wires in here.
Mouthy, sure.
Cookies and cream.
Oh, yeah.
Pressure
That's my
cookies and
favorite.
cream.
That's my favorite.
Put it.
So you do the right thing.
You don't hear
Come
that.
in the back.
You don't hear that.
Back.
No. Alright.
Put
Good.
it.
Good.
Chance.
Put it. Show me a bullet.
Right? And the other one go right there.
I'm not a
Hey,
bitch.
don't worry, one of you have time. Don't worry. There you go. Yeah, what the next thing you do?
This part right here.
Yes? No, this is good. It's good. Next
Ah,
is put it back in, right?
Show
All the way back in. Now check put the gloves. What's happening? Oh yeah, then, yeah, you do that here. Put it on the camera back. Now, have a last free time. You got free time.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Thank you guys for the experiment. That was good. Yep. That was a very good experiment. And we put the computer back together. Now I'm going to be trying to
Who
put
said
it back.
that? Somebody say that. He's so dumb. He's over here. He's so dumb.
Alright, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, David.
That's the end of the class. And I guess I will see you guys next week. Wait for now, you got some time.
I got you, man. I get you. Oh, I get you too.
Alright. Alright guys, so I want to start a lecture all over because I'm trying to see how I teach the technology class, so this class has been recorded. So we'll go back. So basically,
components inside your computer are. I'll tell you a little about it.
who can tell me what is this? The entire, how you call the entire stuff? What pulls everything within the computer itself? How do you call that? It's what?
CPU.
Not really CPU, but I mean, these, you see right, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check. How you call the entire stuff around there?
That's the motherboard.
Not motherboard per se, but what outside? This one right here? See here. Check. Pay attention now. This whole thing around is, how you call it? Is what? Start from F.
Here.
Huh?
Front.
That's right, it's there.
Front.
Here.
This whole thing here, how do you call it? Not even not the one end, but what whole thing around it, how do you call it? It's called a frame.
Oh.
Yeah. So guys, basically, everything around these components are called a frame. So the frame is the one that holds the computers or everything that within the system. All right?
And what each of them do. Guiding us on this tour will be Phil Borton of Vista Technology Support in Brighton. Step 1. The major components.
What are components? The word components. What are they? It's everything that helps to make up the system. So the entire thing, the entire wires, including the CPU and whatever you can name it, it helps to make up the computer's components. Right? Good. Check. You can play, but don't make noise because I'm teaching now. Alright? Thank you.
The major components of a computer are The motherboard. The CPU, or Central Processing Unit.
Good. He just said it, the CPU. And we asked a question, what is CPU? And who gave the answer? It was who? You? Yeah, Destiny gave the answer, right? She said it was Central Processing Unit. Alright? That is the CPU. So take that into consideration. The CPU is pretty much like your brain. How your brain functions. Like sometimes when you get on the computer and you put information in, you have to wait for a feedback before you can continue doing your work. So what I tell you is like a brain. If I ask a question, what is CPU? The brain has to function first to be able to think. Guys, go that please. Alright? Your brain has to think before giving the feedback to the question, what is CPU? So take that into consideration. Guys, you keep interrupting my class, and I don't know. I said, Asia went outside. When you come back, I will allow you to go to the bathroom. Can you go to please? Or is that bad? All right.
RAM, or the random access memory. The graphics card. The power supply. The hard disk or hard drive. The optical drive, also known as a CD or DVD drive. Step 2. Hardware and software. All of these components are usually found within the tower of a desktop computer. They are referred to as hardware. Hardware can be thought of as the actual physical components that go into the computer. Software refers to the programs and systems that operate within the hardware. Step 3. The motherboard. The motherboard is the heart of the computer. It is the largest and most fundamental component of a PC, and every other component is attached to it in some way. This is because all the different components use the motherboard to communicate and work with each other. The motherboard has a series of slots, sockets and connectors for attaching the components of a PC.
So pretty much, the green thing you see all around here, those components, is called a motherboard. So the motherboard basically holds every component you see here into the system. Alright? That's including the slot for the RAM, or you call random access memory. Alright? So the motherboard serves as the holder for all the components in here. So take that into consideration. It's very important. As you can see it displayed right on the computer. Somebody open the door, please.
In most cases, the memory, accessory cards, and CPU are installed directly onto the motherboard. The drives and peripherals communicate with the motherboard through wired connections. There are a wide...
So as you can see, there are a lot of wires in here. Jan just came in. I'll do some more. That's what. All right, have it. See this and chill. All right. So these wires here, they communicate with how the computer communicates or how it processes. It passes through the wires. So when you input command, let's take for instance, Jan, who just came in class, input a command into the computer. He went in there and said www.google.com, and he want to find out, he's doing research on something, I don't know, about maybe, Jan, what are you doing research on? Maybe something. Huh?
How to fix a broken phone.
What?
How to fix a broken phone.
How to fix what?
A broken phone.
Okay. So he's doing research on how to fix a broken phone, right? Right?
I mean, because, like, you know.
I mean, that's fine. So you put in Google, right? So when you hit search, what happened, listener? When you put how to fix a broken phone, and then you put it into Google, right? And then you click search, what happened?
The central processing unit is getting information on what you should do.
Okay, so in other words, when you click search, it goes goes through what? To process the information, right? And then what it does next? It gives you
They give you the information.
the output, which is what? The feedback, right? And that's how you know how to fix a broken phone or whatever you recession. Yes, yeah.
Wait, when you're broken on the phone, you know how when it's like broken now, this is black ink.
Well, come in front. Sit right here. I want to see you. See. I'm sorry. I mean, yes, sir.
You know what? Like when your phone is broken.
Want to take a different computer? I'm doing it right now, but hold on a moment. I will give you this one right here. Try this. Yeah, try this. Yes, Jen, go ahead. You'll say something very important.
You know, like a phone.
Uh-huh.
You know, broken now, there's like this ink that gets in, like the black ink.
Okay.
Is it true that that means like that the inner screen is broken?
Did you know the situation when you searching for a broken, to see what wrong with the phone, or maybe your computer has a problem? So, depending on the situation, you first have to diagnose it. Then you got to make sure you see what is the problem before you can have, if you can solve the problem.
Because I have my phone like it was broken from the bottom.
Okay.
But you got black ink was all the way in the bottom. If I had to slide it, I could.
Oh yeah, sure. So how did you fix it?
Not gonna think that.
So you threw it away, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes it's wise enough, depending on the situation when you have money, to get, the guy who out there that fix phone can take a look and then fix the phone for you.
Huh?
Yeah? No, that is that computer, yes. All right, so let's go ahead, guys.
Range of motherboards to choose from. They differ in features, speed, capacity, and the CPU supported. They also differ in size, shape, and layout. This is commonly referred to as the form factor. Step 4. The CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. This is the brain of the computer, and is often referred.
See how the brain look? This is how the brain of the computer look, guys. So as you can see, we put this in the front so I can just physically read it. So basically, the brain of the computer is like a brain. That's where the computer processes all the information you give to the computer, and it give you a feedback. So it's like I asked Jen a question like, Jen, what is the motherboard, right? So you know what a motherboard is, right? Everything in here, the brain stuff you see here, all the components within your computer is called motherboard. You understand? Yes, that's a motherboard right there. So when I ask you the question, what do you do first before you give me an answer? You have to what? Use your brain first to think, what is motherboard, and then what's the feedback? Okay, so in other words, I'm saying that sometimes when you ask questions, depending on the question you ask, it will make me want to think first before I give the answer out, right? Exactly, that's how the computer works. So therefore, this is where you process the information and give you a feedback. Johnson? Johnson? Johnson?
David!
Johnson!
David!
Hey, Lord. Thank you.
Referred to as the processor or the chip. It is found under a heatsink and fan and sits directly on the motherboard.
Now, who can tell me why the fan have to sit directly on the motherboard? Why the fan? Why fan?
So can you
So it can heat up. What else can add on that?
So the computer can work properly?
Excellent. What else?
Hi, what?
Come on, guys. Give me a different reason why we have fan in the computer. Why? Even the last time you use got a small fan blowing there. So it can overheat. Come on, let's give me something. Don't say anything, Clyde. Don't say something. We have technology. This is, you you guys work, because a few years from now, 10, 15 years from now, this whole work, your time going to be the morning work, and it's going to be, yeah.
So it's like
That's why I said that for next time. I would have you know what I mean? I would let somebody lie to me. Say, go to the bathroom. I can do a pass to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom and come back. Don't do that next time, right? Because I want to lie to you. Thank you so much. All right. So, back to the topic. Hey, now listen, you guys. Hello, Richard and the other guy. Listen. I'm teaching now. So therefore, this is the whole system of the computer, right? So there must be a sequential order in terms of how the computer works. The information is input in there, and it goes straight to the brain of the computer. The brain has to think and process the information and give you an output. All right? So that's 4. Let's move on.
The CPU directs, coordinates, and communicates with the other components and performs all of the thinking. It is not really thinking. What a CPU actually does is perform mathematical calculations. It is the software that people write that translates these calculations into useful functions for us. Step 5. RAM stands for Random Access Memory and comes as modules and predefined amounts. It is also found directly on the motherboard and usually in 1, 2, or 4 slots.
Very good. So when I ask the question, what is RAM? What will be your answer about it? RAM. What it does, what's the function? Get check? Okay, somebody else? Random access what?
Random access memory.
Very good. Well, what is the function? That's my question. I know it's random access memory, but what is the function of the RAM? What it does? Yes. RAM. You can feel it? Touch it. We are all technology students, so we're trying to see what is the RAM and what is the function of the RAM. I'm going to ask the question first. David Joseph was. You heard me answer the question? Touch it, feel it. What is the function of that? David. Come on, guys. I just went over this just now, and you guys lost already. Let's know what's the function of this. What is those in the computer? Yes, it's called a RAM. Random access memory.
It helps. It's like the thing that saves stuff in the computer and.
Hey guys, it's spinning.
Thing that saves the computer, that saves the stuff that's in the computer.
I mean, you try to get the point, but make it clear. Did she help you? Yeah, what?
The RAM is like, it's kind of like a hard drive, but it's really not.
Okay.
It saves certain documents,
Yes.
and it saves the
Okay. Very good. So in other words, the RAM save for temporary, right? Until you save it on the hard disk or the hard drive permanent, right? So this is there to save your document for the meantime until you're ready to save it for good on the hard disk. Very good. So RAM stands for what? Random access or accessing memory. All right. So it's used to store information on the computer. And don't forget, guys, RAM come in a set. It can be, you can have 2 or you can have 4. So you have 4 slots. All right. So depending on, as you can see right here, you have 4 slots right here. So you can increase the memory to 4, or you can have 2. depending on how fast you want your computer to work, it's up to you. Any question before we move on? Technology students? No question? Good. All right.
The memory chips store information temporarily for short-term use by the CPU. RAM is used to store information for files that are actually being used by the CPU at any given time. The computer's RAM memory is an entirely different thing from the hard disk memory. The hard disk stores information permanently for long-term use. Step 6. The graphics card. The graphics card or video card translates information into the graphics and text that appear on the monitor screen. Most motherboards now include a slot specifically designed for the graphics adapter called the...
What is slot? I just explained that. I want to see who listening. What is slot? You can see right in the computer right there. And you can also see on the board right there. What is it used for? Yes?
Slot is used to hold the RAM.
Excellent. You want to add on? Okay, what other question? Yeah, so Destiny just said a slot is used to hold the RAM. Very good. So the RAM is right here. It's short-term memory. So it is used to go into these slots. And it holds it for the meantime until it is permanently stored on the hard disk. Excellent, Destiny. Thank you.
AGP...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what's the question?
The question is if I can go to sports.
That's not a question.
I mean,
The
well,
answer
that was not my question.
okay, what was the question?
It was about the other part the way after.
Okay, so just keep turning it. I'm coming in a minute, okay?
slot. This stands for Advanced Graphics Port. Modern graphics adapters usually incorporate some memory right on the card to improve their performance. Step 7. The power supply. This supplies...
Now, let me see who's smart or who listening real good. From this illustration right here, who can show me the panel supply or power cord right now? Physically, who can show me that? Power. The one I gave power CPU.
Where does it go?
Huh?
Where does it go?
Yes, where can you identify it? Can you physically touch it? Is the power? Look at this. Let's see who can. You want a cop or somebody who can just identify things quickly. Look at this thing. Show me in here. It's visual. Everything is right there. Yeah.
Where all the energy goes.
I know where all the energy goes. What I'm saying is, can you physically show me right now that you see it right here?
Oh.
This is right here. Where is that? Yeah.
Oh.
Let me try. The power supply.
Yes.
No, that's not it. No. You try it. Huh? Give me 5 minutes. Oh, I'll be right. One more minute. I'm gonna pull that out. Yeah, okay, try this then. What the power over there is where is that? What I ate? Right here?
Where is that?
Yes. Same basket. Look around it. You know, take it through it. Hey! Don't touch that. What happened?
I'm putting away my computer.
No, just leave it. You know, I hear something. Right now. I don't want to know. Yeah. Yeah, put it right there. I want to give the computer power.
power to the other components, which is why it has so many wires coming out of it. It is usually positioned at the back top corner of the computer case. The power supply has a fan built into it to keep itself and the computer cool.
Yep, look, look.
Step 8. The hard disk.
It's the power right here. Now you know?
I just said that.
Yeah, you said it. You got it.
I said.
You got it. Alright, so there's power, yeah. You got it? So this way you plug your phone into the outlet and then they give you power. Good. Step 8. What's the finish, guys?
The hard disk, which is also called a hard drive, is much like a filing cabinet. The programs and data are stored on the hard disk, and the computer accesses them as they are needed. When the computer accesses the hard drive, it is reading and moving the stored information